Now, right here, our goal is to find the surface area of this prism. That's what we're doing today. We're finding the surface area of a prism. This box is a prism. It's got sides. It's three-dimensional, right? If I found the area of the top, the bottom, the sides, and the front and back, and added them all together, that'd be with the surface area of my prism. Now, we need to do the same thing right here. That means we need to find the area of this, the area of this, the area of this, the area of this side, the back, and the bottom. Okay, now it tells us everything we need to know to do that. Okay, so how do you find the area of the front side? Length times width. Length is 9, width is what? 9. So what's the surface area of the front? 81. So the surface area of the back is what? So I add them together. Okay? Now, what about this side here? 9 times 9, 81. Well, since this is a cube, all 6 sides are going to be what? 81. Okay? In a prism, there's 6 sides, aren't there? In this prism. So I just want to say 81 times what? 6, and what do you get? 486. Now, we're dealing with surface area, so it's just going to be squared. So what's my unit? Meters what? Meters squared. So the surface area of this prism is 486 meters squared. Alright, so on our second example, we have a prism, but it's not a square prism, is it? So we got to find the surface area of each side and add them together. So this side right here, what do I do? 6 times what?
12.
I said it wrong. 12 times 6 is what? 72 inches squared plus, what's this side going to be? 10 times 6, which is 60, plus, now, since the front was 72, what's the back?
72.
So we can add 72 again. And since this side was 60, what's the left side? 60. So now all we got to do is find the bottom and the top. Okay, this is 12 by 10. So what's the area of the top? 120. And you add it twice. I added it twice because there's a top and a bottom. So if you notice, really you can just take the front and multiply it by 2, the sides and multiply them by 2, and the bottom or the top and multiply it by 2. And that's going to give you your surface area. Now what do you get when you add all these up? 564 what? Inches squared. This is your surface area of the prism. But are you noticing that we did too much work, didn't we? We're going to cut our work down. We're going to find the top, the front, and the right and multiply each of them by 2. We want to find the area of this prism. This prism is not a rectangle, is it? This is a triangular prism. That means we have to find the area of the bottom and add it to the area of the side and add it to the area of the other side. Then add it to the surface area of this triangle plus the surface area of this triangle. So we have to use the formula for the area of a triangle. The formula for the area of the triangle is base times the height divided by 2. Okay? That'll give us this thing when I plug it in this formula. Okay, so let's find out what it is. The base is 6. So I've got 6 times the height is 2.6 divided by 2, and that gives us what? 7.8. Okay? So but this triangle is 7.8. This triangle is also 7.8, right? So if I multiply it times 2, I get what? 15.6. So this is the surface area of my 2 triangular parts. Not hard. Now I need to find the surface area of this side and that side. This is 4 by 11, so what is this? 44. This one over here is 4 by 11 also, so it's what? 44. And the bottom one is 6 by 11, which is what?
66.
So you need to do 66. Now in your calculator, go with me. Everyone needs to participate. 66 plus, that comes from right there, 44 plus 44 plus 15.6 equals 169.6 feet squared. That's the surface area of our triangular prism. See, there were 5 sides and I added 5 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, another example here says find the surface area of a cube. We know it has 6 sides, and all of them, the side length width is what? 8. So, we do, let's say we have one side of it. It's 8 times 8, what is that? 64. Now on our cube, how many sides are there?
4.
There's 4 sides. There's the front, the back, left, right, top, and bottom. That's 6. So we take our 64 and we multiply times 6. So now in your calculators, type 64 times 6, and that equals 384 what? Centimeters squared. So we just found the surface area of a prism that was a cube. Alright, our last example gives us a prism that's a rectangular prism. Okay? The front of it is 5 by what? Not 5 by 2, the front. 5 by 12. Okay, what's 5 times 12? 60. Now there's a front and a back, right? So the back is also 60, so we'll add 60. Now the left side is 2 by 12, which is 24. Which means the right is 24 also. The last things we have to find are the bottom and the top. The bottom is 2 times 5, which is what? 10, and you do that twice, one for the bottom, one for the top. Now in your calculator, go with me. You have to punch what I said. 60 plus 60 plus 24 plus 24 plus 10 plus 10 equals 188. 188 meters squared. So today we learned how to find the surface area of a prism, whether it's rectangular, cube, or triangular.